Hi BookTube. I'm gonna apologize for my voice. I'm still getting better from December. If you don't know, I had both COVID and then the flu. So like my chest and sinuses and everything took a real hit, and I'm still recovering. I'm feeling like 100% better, aside from still being a little congested. So I apologize for that, but let's just get into it. I'm here today to talk about my 2023, can't believe it, goals. I have 12 of them. Yeah, let's just get right into it. First is to increase the amount I read. I want to try and hit 150 books this year. I won't be sad if I don't, but I want to have something more to strive for. So yeah, 150 books is the goal. Don't really think I need to elaborate more on that. Next goal, 6 of those 150 books, so a small percentage, are going to be from one series, and that is the series called The Vinyl Cafe by Stuart McLean. And I love The Vinyl Cafe. I've probably read like most of the stories, or listened to them because he also had a radio show, and then I'd listen to them as audiobooks, just having read them in general. But don't think I've actually sit down and read like the actual books cover to cover. So I'm gonna do that in 2023. I believe there's 10 books in total, but I figured one every other month, so 6 would be a good goal. And The Vinyl Cafe, I'll tell you a little bit about it. They're a series of short stories that are kind of like slice of life, very kind of heartwarming, funny, just not high stakes at all, like, you know, very easy to read short stories, and very well done. Like, they're some of my favorite things to read ever, so yeah. The third one, I only want to read 24 to 36 books from the library, so that's 2 to 3 books a month from the library, because I want to concentrate on my physical books and my ebooks too, which comes up, but I want to concentrate on the books that I own. I love the library here in Fredericton. I could find anything I want. Actually, 46% of my reading last year was from the library, which shocked me that I read that much, because my other town library where I was from is not a very good library. It had like Danielle Steele and like John Grisham books, and that was like it. That's, you know, like you can read those books, but that's not the kind of books I like to read. So yeah, I want to slow down on the library a little. It'll still be there. The books are still going to be there. You know, they're not going anywhere. It's good. The next goal is to read 12 classics. I used to read just classics. Like, I was such a snob that I was like, if it's published after the 1920s, I don't want to read it. So yeah, I was that kind of person. But I want to go back to reading more classics. Not solely classics, obviously, just one a month will be fine for me, which is why I set the number at 12. And I only read 3 in 2022, so I'd like to increase that number. Number 5, I'd like to read at least 50% BIPOC authors. I read 51% in 2022, so I don't know if this is more of a goal as opposed to just keeping things going the way they have been in my reading. So yeah, just 50% there. I want to read at least 25% from disabled authors, and not disabled rep in the books, but authors who have disabilities, is what I want to read. And so I read 11% in 2022, so I want to increase that to 25% in 2023. The next goal is to read at least 25% from LGBTQ plus authors. I read 21% in 2022, so it won't be that further reach to get up 4 more percent, considering that I'm planning to read like 60 more books than I read in 2022. I had a bad reading year in 2022. Well, bad number wise. Yeah. And then I want to read at least 15% translated works. I read 6% in 2022, so this is a little bit further of a jump, but it's something I want to start concentrating more on, is reading more translated works. Okay. Yeah, and those numbers too can be interchanged. Like if I read a Black gay author whose works has been translated from French, that will be one book, but it hits all those marks, if that makes sense. And it could be a book on religion. That's one book that hits all these different things. They don't have to be individual books too, if that makes sense. Okay, I want to read 12 books on religion. This was a goal that I've done for many years. Last year I kind of fell off the wagon. But this year I want to get back to that, so that's one book a month on religion. Generally they tend to be on Christianity because that's what I'm exploring, but any other religion counts as well. Tying in with that, I want to read 12 books from the Bible. Now I know like the big goal a lot of people do is to read the whole Bible in a year, and I've tried that and I just always kind of get to a certain point in the Bible and just kind of stop. So this time I just thought like one book a month, and it'll take me a few years to get through the Bible, but that way I can concentrate on those and I don't have to read every day, because I think if I have to do something every day, I tend to not want to do it. So yeah, 12 books within the Bible. And I've already picked those 12 books to read. And they don't count as books on religion. That one I'm not allowing crossover. I also have a lot of ebooks, so I want to read between 1 to 2 a month, so that's 12 to 24 ebooks this month, or this year, not this month, this year. Yeah, just to get through all these ebooks that I have. And then lastly is to read 60 comics, so that's 5 comics a month, just because I have a lot of comics and I keep getting more comics. So yeah, I just want to read more of those comics, and I'm just kind of randomly selecting them so far off my list. That may change later on in the year. I may want to get more specific, but right now I'm just kind of doing a random letter generating, going to my Google, not my Google sheet, my Excel sheet thing, my spreadsheet, and picking randomly like that. And it's worked good so far. I mean, if I have these comics, I obviously want to read them, right? So yeah, those are my goals for 2023, just 12 goals for the month, and none of them are too strenuous except for the 150 book goal. So there, I should do it. So that's it. Let me know what goals you have for this year, and thank you for watching.